Here's some details on that coupon that was being handed out with Bud Light. They're basically giving the beer away for free. I didn't even see the details. I just saw people making fun of it because men typically don't use coupons. So why would you do this? Who do you think buys this stuff? It's just funny. These people didn't even know their own demographics. That's what makes this so funny. Here's a coupon, and guys are looking at this and throwing the garbage, even though it gets them apparently a free case. This was the coupon right here. Easy to drink. Get $20 back via rebate. Essentially giving this away for free. Mocked for offering $20 rebate on unsold cases worth just $19.98. So they're essentially giving you free beer. It still doesn't sell. That's what makes this so funny. So the thing with rebates like this is they know 75% of the time people actually never use these things. That's why they offer them. Because, you'll buy a phone with a rebate. You get $100 off or whatever. They do that because they know people aren't going to send them for the rebates. Some people do, and I'm not saying everybody, but for the most part, most people don't do it. And they can basically then say, hey, we're going to give you $100 off, and you don't get the $100 off because you don't send in for the rebate. This is essentially kind of the same thing. So they'll do this, and then, 5 out of 10 people that buy a case will send in this rebate. It's a way to get shit off of store shelves by doing this. It doesn't appear to be working. And then, of course, they've got that camo can coming. They think you're so stupid that because they put the Bud Light cans in camouflage, you'll buy it or something. Such a joke. This is why, apparently, their stock is finally being affected. That's what's funny about all this, and it probably has a lot to do with ESG and shit. All the BlackRock and all these woke investors probably helping the stock stay up. I mean, it doesn't matter. They still have lost billions of dollars despite how their stock looks. I would not touch this stock. But I'm not an investor, so don't listen to what I have to say. This is not financial advice. I have to say that. I don't know how YouTube is with those weird things. I don't talk about investments, but I'm just telling you personally, I would not touch this stock. I will not touch this stock. Apparently, it's went down 11% over the past 6 weeks. Oh, might as well say 12%. 12% because it's 11.94. This Friday, or the Friday before the video was released, Anheuser-Busch's stock price closed at $66.73 a share before the market opened. Thursday, the price sat at $58.76 a share. That represents an 11.94% decline in the span of about 6 weeks, which represents billions in lost market cap. The price has seen a drop of more than 9.5% in just the past 2 weeks. The stock initially didn't show too many cracks, but as more and more data rolls in of Bud Light sales collapsing, it appears Anheuser-Busch is finally feeling some serious pain. Bud Light retail sales were down 23.6% in the latest data released, and it's not just Bud Light getting crushed. Budweiser, Michelob Ultra, Natural Light are all also down, but at a much lower rate. Those, of course, are the other brands under the Anheuser-Busch umbrella. We have a lot of brands, just so you know. All of them taste like piss, by the way. Not, in my opinion, not one of them tastes good. Personally, I'd rather have a craft beer, but that's just me. I'm shocked that anybody other than teenagers and frat kids buy this shit or drink it. Because, I mean, I don't know. I think all this stuff is gross. There's so many better options than this stock piss water. So maybe all these people will find some new beers and move on, because a lot of people think everyone's just going to return to Bud Light. And my prediction is some will, a lot won't. I think a lot of people are finding other beers now, finally getting out of their familiarity with this beer and moving on to something different, like a craft beer or something a little bit more tasty. I think a lot of people are dumping this now. And the thing with this isn't necessary. So now people are playing around with other beers. Maybe they find one they really like, because it's not like this is blowing anyone's socks off. So I think a lot of people are finding new beer and starting new habits. And that's bad for Bud Light. Bad for Bud Light. So that is what's going on with their stock. And then you've got former executives coming out. Bud Light boycott is working, Anheuser-Busch ex-executive says. So now you've got people that used to work for Bud Light coming out and trashing them and saying it's working. Here's what he had to say about the situation. He says that social science research suggested a key factor in the success of a boycott was whether consumers believe that they have the power to impact the company's bottom line. If a boycott would be futile, there's no point. The boycotters, he noted, were witnessing their success in real time thanks to the weekly industry sales data updates, which Anheuser-Busch had no control over. Anheuser-Busch cannot force the media storm to die down by starving it of data. See, that's the difference between Disney and Anheuser-Busch. Disney, they can hide all of their sales. They can hide all of their views. They can hide everything. Their ratings, sales for merchandise, parks. They don't have to tell you shit. But sales data for beer comes out every week. We find out almost daily how Anheuser-Busch is being affected by this. This is actually a really good point. I think this is pretty spot on. Because of this, people find out what I'm doing is working. I'm just going to keep not buying their shit. And more people hear about it, because the longer this goes on, the more people hear about it. And they tell people, and those people tell people, and they tell people, and it just keeps on going. I don't know when this is going to die down. I have no idea. This could go on for another month. And I wouldn't be shocked if they, at the end of the day, see a 30% decline. That's a lot. 30% of their business gone. Now, I don't think that will last, if it even does hit that. But that would be something to see. Another factor he highlighted was the cost to consumers, specifically access to substitute products. When it's easy to switch to a competitor's product, boycotts are easier to sustain. That's true as well. Plenty of different brands out there for people to play around with. And once they find something they like, they might not come back. Habits are hard to break, but once they're broken, that could be it. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.